joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. This is a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. Imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play a celebrity baseball game, and then imagine if it was a full 162 game schedule, all on YouTube, no skipped innings, no simulated games, and that's what you'd have right here. League standings on the screen. As you can see, the Avengers are 3 games back behind the LA Dodgers in the National League West. The Avengers have taken the place of the San Diego Padres. Let's jump into this calendar, see if we can get into first place. So we're playing at Milwaukee, the Brewers. As you can see, Milwaukee is 22 games over 500. They're 44-22, so they're in first place in the National League Central. They won the first game 5-4. Let's play this middle game in the bracket. Try to even up the series. Play game. All preceding games will be simulated. Yes, I do want to continue. AA injury. Keep them active. Not really all that interested in AA. You have the away team at Miller Park. Broadcast. Retractable roof is open. All thing I'm going to do is change is close the roof. The roof is on fire. Chris Pratt, Star-Lord. Everybody looks good. Let's rock and roll. So, to sum it up, I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. And I hit and pitch on the difficulty setting of All-Star. I also do a little play-by-play, so hopefully you can deal with the sound of my voice, because it's only going to get more annoying as we approach game number 69 on the schedule. Welcome to Miller Park as the Hollywood Avengers visit the Milwaukee Brewers here in, I would assume, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm not exactly that good at geography. On the mound for the Brewers is Madison Bumgarner, making his 14th start of the season. His record is 7-4 with a 5.02 earned run average. And leading off for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie. 322, 9 homers, 40 RBIs. He's the shortstop. He's carrying an 8-game hitting streak into this contest, and he plays Sam Wilson in the MCU. Switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Bumgarner. Curveball outside, ball 1. Like I said earlier, the Milwaukee Brewers are 22 games over 500. They're 44-22, good for first place in the National League Central. Count is 1 ball and no strikes to Mackie. Outside with the cut fastball. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. High. 3 balls, no strikes. Will he have the green light on 3-0? No, he will not. I'm not swinging on 3-0. I refuse to swing. Taking a pitch. High and tight for call to strike with the home plate umpire. Now it's a hitter's count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch from Madison. Slow bouncer up the middle, fielded by the shortstop. Throws across his body in time. 1 away. Nice play by the shortstop. Starting lineup for the Avengers. Anthony Mackie's the shortstop. Tom Holland's at first. Chadwick Boseman's the third baseman. Chris Evans behind the plate. DH is Mark Ruffalo. Robert Downey Jr. is at first base. Dave Bautista's in right. Idris Elba's in left. And batting ninth and playing center field is Don Cheadle. So next up, Spider-Man hitting .360 with 9 homers. Tom Holland is up here in the top of the first. Takes a pitch for a strike. Welcome to the stream. This is Avengers Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Pitch is low. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. This is the second game of a 3-game set between the Avengers and the Milwaukee Brewers. Swinging and missed the cut fastball. Calling balls and strikes is Carl Dixon behind the home plate. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tom Holland. And he swings and hits a lazy fly ball to right. There is, I have no idea because I have not seen the Milwaukee Brewers lineup for out number 2. Mr. Stroika! I will do my best to hit a home run. This is the powerful Avengers lineup. The late, great Chadwick Boseman steps up to the plate, hitting .336, 9 homers, 31 RBIs. He is the third baseman on the Hollywood Avengers. And I say late and great, pitch inside, ball one. Because unless you've been living under a rock, you know that Chadwick Boseman, the actor who played Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, passed away in 2020 due to colon cancer. And he yanks the pitch foul. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. However, in Avengers baseball, it's Wakanda forever, baby. He lives on. Pitch is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. And it's a slow bouncer up the middle, fielded by the shortstop. Off balance throw, but in time to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Madison Bumgarner. And after half inning of baseball here at Miller Park, it's the Avengers nothing, the Brewers coming to bat. So on the mound, Chadwick lives on forever in our hearts. Damn right, Namron, damn right. Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, Peter Quill. He's having a good season. He's 7-1 with a 3.45 earned run average. And leading off for the Brew Crew is Alan Trammell, 293, 20 homers, 48 RBIs after only 2 months of the season. My goodness. Alan Trammell is a Hall of Famer who pitches in there, strike one, who played for the Detroit Tigers in the 1980s. So I guess he deserves those 20 homers. And that's a line drive, foul ball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Trammell. Thank you, Mr. Stryker, for visiting my baseball live stream. I appreciate it. Checks his swing inside. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is not exactly Mass Effect, but I also have a passion for video game baseball. So thank you for joining the stream. Much appreciated. Here comes the pitch from Star-Lord. And he pulls the pitch foul. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he pulls the circle change foul. And we'll have to do it again. And it's a fly ball to right. There is Dave Bautista. Drax the Destroyer makes the catch for out number 1. In case you're wondering, every player on this, well, first of all, let's talk about the lineup for the Milwaukee Brewers. Leading off is Alan Trammell playing shortstop, Jeff McNeil's at second, Lou Gehrig is at first, Luis Gonzalez is at left, Mitch Haniger's in right, Rafael Devers at third, Daniel Murphy is the designated hitter, Byron Buxton's in center, batting ninth, playing catcher is Roberto Perez. So Jeff McNeil steps up to the plate, 327, 11 homers, 38 RBIs, 1 out, bases empty here in the bottom of the first. Star-Lord needed his Walkman to get the hit. Yeah, you know, it kind of annoys me that I'm not able to customize further. I would love to put little knickknacks on the players, but you know, it was never intended to be a you know, an MCU tie-in. So I guess it's as good as I can do. In there, strike 1, 95 on the radar gun. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch from Peter Quill. Checks it. Count is 1-2. Although you will notice that Mark Ruffalo has green bat and green batting gloves. Oh, cut fastball in there at the knees. Called strike 3. That's the first strikeout of the game for Star-Lord. And there's 2 away. So next up is the Yankee legend Lou Gehrig. 335, 22 homers, 55 RBIs on the season. Gehrig played first base for the New York Yankees back in the 1920s and 30s. And he swings at the first pitch, skies it the other way to left, right in front of the warning track. Idris makes the catch to retire the side. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Star-Lord. And at the end of 1, no score. This is Avengers baseball. So we go to the top of the second. Up steps the catcher, Chris Evans, 297, 8 homers, 32 RBIs. He played Steve Rogers in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Did he check it? No, he did not, according to the first base umpire. Called strike one. So Chris Evans was the original Captain America in the MCU. Cut fastball is low. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Chris is a switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Bumgarner. And that's a deep drive to center, but playable. He makes the catch for the first out. So as I was saying earlier, this is a 3-game set at Miller Park, and I'm interrupted yet again by the defensive alignment of the Milwaukee Brewers. In the outfield from left to right, Luis Gonzalez, Byron Buxton, and Mitch Haniger. And in the infield, Devers, Trammell, McNeil, Lou Gehrig, with Roberto Perez behind home plate. So this is the second game of a 3-game set as Mark Ruffalo steps to the plate. 328, 15 homers, 54 runs batted in. Pitches outside, ball 1. He leads the ball club in homers and RBIs. He is the Incredible Hulk. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Brewers won the first game of this 3-game set 5-4, and the Avengers are hoping to even the series at 1 apiece. Pitches down and in, 2 balls and 1 strike. Checks a swing. Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike on Ruffalo. On deck is Tony Stark. Here comes the pitch. And it's a ground ball deep in the hole. It's short. Throws across in time, 2 away. Nice play by Alan Trammell, the shortstop. So 2 outs, bases empty. Up steps Robert Downey Jr., 280, 8 homers, 34 runs batted in. He's the first baseman, left-handed hitter against the lefty Bumgarner. And he yanks it into the seats for strike 1. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. The pitch is low. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's a line drive to center, but center fielder barely has to move. He makes the catch to retire the side. So after an inning and a half of baseball, still no score here at Miller Park. So we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Up steps Luis Gonzalez, 307, 23 homers, 57 RBIs. He is, I remember him as being the MVP of the 2001 World Series against the New York Yankees. Swing and a miss, fouls it upstairs behind home plate, strike 1. He got the winning hit against Mariano Rivera in Game 7 of the 2001 World Series. That was the year of 9/11. Sticks in my mind after all these years. And he tries to wait on the knuckleball, hits it upstairs. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. And he's late on the fastball. Hits it foul. Count remains 0-2. Here comes a pitch from Star-Lord. Strike 3 called. Could have been high, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. That's strikeout number 2 for Chris Pratt. No replay. Fair enough. Next up is the right fielder Mitch Haniger, 278, 11 homers, 39 RBIs. 1 out, bases empty here in the bottom of the 2nd. Here comes the pitch. Fouls off the fastball, 96 on the radar gun for strike 1. Once a game, I like to show off the difficulty setting. I do it really quickly. Go over to options, press gameplay. Hitting difficulty is set to all-star. Pitching difficulty set to all-star. I do that once a game just for accountability's sake. Not trying to show off. All-star is somewhere in the middle. Swing and a miss. Count is 0-2 on Haniger. It goes rookie, veteran, and then all-star. And then there are 2 difficulty settings after that. I think it's Hall of Fame and legendary. It's right in the middle. I'm not trying to impress anybody, just trying to have some fun. And it's a lazy fly ball to center field. There is War Machine, and Cheadle makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 away and up steps the third baseman, Rafael Devers, 272, 11 homers, 32 RBIs. Left-handed hitter, facing the lefty on the mound. Fastball in there, strike 1. I think Devers plays for the Boston Red Sox in real life. I think he's a current major leaguer, but I'm not 100% certain. Tries to wait on the knuckler, fouls it off, count is 0-2 on Rafael. Chris Pratt is 7-1 on the season. That's a line drive, the first hit of the ball game for Devers. It's a 2-out single, and the bottom of the second will continue for the Brewers. Here's the replay. Line drive the other way between short and third. So next up, Daniel Murphy, 207, 2 homers, 12 RBIs. Obviously a backup player, giving one of the starters a day off. Late on the fastball, slices out of play, strike number 1. Runner leads off first. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the knees, 97 on the gun. Count is 0-2. Swing and a miss at that floaty knuckler to retire the side. So they leave one. It's no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of 2 innings of play. Still, no score. Sorry, guys. I wish it could be a little more interesting than this. It's a pitcher's duel so far. So we go to the top of the third. Up steps Drax the Destroyer, Dave Bautista. On the season, he's hitting .317. He has 7 homers and 30 RBIs. Dave is in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise in the MCU. Cut fastball just misses the outside corner, ball 1. Curveball outside, 2 balls and no strikes. And it's a pop-up to shallow left. Gonzalez waits for it, makes the catch, 1 away. So the standings in the NL Central, as you can see, the Milwaukee Brewers are in first place, 10.5 game lead over the St. Louis Cardinals. Next up is Hemdahl from the Thor franchises. Idris Elba hitting .284. He has 4 homers and 24 RBIs. 1 out, bases empty. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Trammell. Throws across in time. 2 quick outs here in the top of the third.
The center fielder, number 10.
So Don Cheadle, .315 on the season, 10 stolen bases. Switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty, Bumgarner. Don Cheadle is the man who plays James Rhodes in the Iron Man franchise. The second man to play it. It was Terrence Howard first, and then he took over in Iron Man 2. Pitches outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Little late on the fastball. First base line, foul ball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cheadle. And that looks like it's a bloop. It may drop in. No, it hangs up there. It's run down by the center fielder to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Madison Bumgarner after 2.5. Still no score. We go to the... Oh! Since we can't hear Heidi Watney give her little story on the sideline, we apologize, Heidi. It's a good time to say that this channel is Shenanigans with RC Robbin. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. If you don't like baseball, I don't know why you're watching still, but if you like other video games better, please feel free to check out some of my playlists. For instance, right now I'm doing a Mass Effect Legendary Edition playlist live stream. Check that out. I may play that later on tonight if baseball is not exactly your cup of tea. So, we go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Brew Crew is Byron Buxton. He's hitting only a $179 on the season. Fastball in there, strike one. Tries to bunt this way on. It is down the third base line. It's a foul ball. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Buxton. Line drive, 1 hop. Backhanded by Spider-Man. Holland throws to first, 1 away. So, standings in the National League West. As you can see, the Hollywood Avengers are 3.5 games behind the LA Dodgers. The Avengers have taken the place of the San Diego Padres in the NL West. It's a created franchise by yours truly. So, if they lose this contest, they'll be 4 games back in the division. Next up, Roberto Perez, the catcher. 203, 6 homers, 18 RBIs on the season. It's my intention to play every game of a 162-game schedule. Swing and a miss. Nope, fouls it back. Strike one. Every game, no skipped innings, no simulated games. All of them on YouTube, 162 plus, and I say plus because I'm hoping to make the playoffs and win the World Series, but we shall see, said the blind man, we shall see. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Perez. Here comes the pitch from Pratt. Swing and a miss, struck him out on the fastball. There's 2 away. Strikeout number 4 for Peter Quill.
Now batting, shortstop.
Just gave him the heater. Couldn't catch up to it. So lineup turns over for the Brewers. Alan Trammell's 0 for 1. Steps in for his second plate appearance. Fouls off the pitch, strike one. Misses with the knuckler. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Changeup floats in there for strike 2. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Trammell. Comes the pitch. And he pops him up in the infield. Charging near the third base line is Bozeman. T'Challa makes the catch for out number 2. No, check that. That's the 3rd out of the inning. Pardon me. So, 3 innings of baseball here at Miller Park. Still no score. So we go to the top of the 4th. Up steps the leadoff man, Anthony Mackie, who's 0 for 1. He is the new Captain America. Sorry if I spoiled that for you. You need to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney+. Came out a few weeks ago, perhaps even a month ago, I think. Fouls it off for strike 1. He is officially the new Captain America in the MCU. Swing and a miss. The fastball count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Low, 1 and 2. When I think of Madison Bumgarner, I think of World Series appearances, playoff clutch for the San Diego Padres. Pitch is low, count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good show, I liked it, says Mr. Striker. Yeah, I enjoyed it. So far I'm enjoying all of the Disney Plus shows. Oh, he tried to check his swing, went too far, struck him out, and that's the first out here in the top of the 4th. Here's the no replay, excuse me. Road to the show report. That's the minor leagues, I could care less. Next up is Tom Holland. Flew out in the 1st, he is 0 for 1. In the dirt, ball 1. Enjoyed WandaVision. I thought it started off a little slow, but I did enjoy it. I liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I thought it was a good, like, buddy kind of movie. I call it a movie because it's basically just one long movie. Count as 2 balls and no strikes. And that's a line drive. It will dunk in there for a base hit. It's a 1-out single. Big turn at first for Spider-Man, but he will hold with a single. And he has speed. Hits leaders in the National League. Duke Snider of the Colorado Rockies leads the league, but as you can see, Tom Holland is right behind him with 91 entering play. So Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch. Oh, quick throw to first. He's back. I'm very much enjoying Loki. I know that everybody has an opinion on the internet. I'm very much looking forward to episode 6 tomorrow, which is Wednesday. If you're watching this much later in the future, we are in the summer of 2021 as I'm taping this. Pitch is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. We're right in the middle of the Loki television show on the streaming network Disney Plus. Watch 5 out of the 6 episodes. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes to Chadwick. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball, backhanded over to second for 1, back to first. Double play, and the side is retired. Trammell to McNeil, over to Lou Gehrig to retire the side. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Up steps McNeil. 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning. Still no score here in the bottom of the 4th inning in this second game of a 3-game set. And he jams him, but foul ball, strike 1. Welcome. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Ground ball, foul up the third base. Check that first base line. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on McNeil. Pratt deals. And that's a line drive over the head of the shortstop and into left center field. That's a leadoff single for the Brewers here in the bottom of the 4th. I thought that Anthony Mackie at shortstop might be able to give it a leaping attempt, but didn't quite work out that way. Made its way right over his head. Yeah. What's up, Mr. Outlander? Thank you for joining the stream. Next up is the Yankee Hall of Famer Lou Gehrig, who is 0 for 1. Fastball just low, ball 1. The Outlander. Knuckler floats in there for strike 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner leads off first, nobody out. Circle change is low, 2 and 1. And he wraps it foul. Count even to 2 balls, 2 strikes. No score here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Just misses low. Full count, 3 and 2. On deck, Luis Gonzalez. Here comes the payoff pitch to Gehrig. And he's late on the fastball, foul ball, and we will do it again. Here comes the full count pitch from Star-Lord. That's a line drive to center. Racing over is Don Cheadle. He will not get there, and it will bounce to the wall. Backing up is Idris Elba. He gets it back in, and they will hold him at third. It'll be runners at second and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. On this line drive double, misplayed by War Machine in center field. You always know these old-timers by the fact that they're not wearing any batting gloves. So, 2 runners in scoring position for Luis Gonzalez. He's 0 for 1. He struck out. They need another strikeout now. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Star-Lord. Fastball in there. Strike 1. They need a strikeout. They need a line drive out, pop up, in order to maintain this scoreless game. Fouls it off, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Gonzalez. And he just gets a piece of it. Fouls it off the pitcher. Fouls it off the catcher's mask. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. He tries to wait on that knuckler and just gets a piece to stay alive. Just misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's a deep drive to center. Racing over is Don Cheadle. He will make the catch, tagging at third, and heading home is the base runner. It will be an RBI sacrifice fly for Luis Gonzalez, and the Milwaukee Brewers take an early 1-0 lead. Runner at second tagged up, went to third, so there's a runner at third base and less than 2 outs for the Brew Crew. Next up is Mitch Haniger. flew out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball deep in the hole at short. He throws to first. It is an RBI ground out for Haniger. There's 2 away, but the score is now Milwaukee leads 2-0. No chance at home. Smart place to go to first to get the sure out. So there's 2 away, bases empty. 2-0 Milwaukee. Up next is Rafael Devers, singled in the second. He is 1 for 1. Here comes the pitch. Fastball looked like a strike, but called a ball by the home plate umpire. Count is 1 ball and no strikes. Grounder to the second baseman, charges, throws across his body in time. Nice play by Spider-Man to retire the side. But the Brewers score twice. And after 4 innings of baseball here at Miller Park, it's the Brewers 2, the Avengers nothing. So we go to the top of the 5th. Up steps Chris Evans. Steve Rogers, 0 for 1. That's a deep drive to left, but I think Luis Gonzalez will run it down in the left center field gap. 1 pitch, 1 away.
Now batting, number 84.
Next up is Mark Ruffalo. Grounded out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Mark is the Incredible Hulk. Hulk smash. Line drive, and right there is Trammell at short. Hit it right on the nose, but you can't steer the ball. Hit it right at the shortstop for the second out. So 2 away, bases empty. Robert Downey Jr. steps up to the plate. He is also 0 for 1. Seems like the entire team is 0 for 1 against Madison Bumgarner. Pitches low, 1 ball and no strikes. And he chases a pitch and skies it to center. Easy play. He makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning. So after 4.5, Brewers lead 2-0. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Up steps Daniel Murphy. Struck out in his first plate appearance. Comes the pitch. Fastball in there. Strike 1. Fouls off the fastball on the outside corner. Count is quickly 0 balls and 2 strikes on Murphy. And it's a line drive to right. There is Drax. Batista makes the catch for out number 1. Easy play for Dave. Next up is center fielder Byron Buxton, 0 for 1. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. Knuckleball floats in there, strike 2. Count is 0-2 on Byron. And it's a drive towards the left center. Check that right center field gap. Racing over is Don Cheadle. Nice range to make the catch for out number 2. War Machine is on patrol. So the number 9 hitter, Roberto Perez, steps up for his second plate appearance. He struck out in the 3rd inning in his first at-bat. Here comes the pitch. And it's a high fly ball to center. There is Cheadle, and he will retire the side. 1-2-3 inning for Chris Pratt. However, it's an official ball game at the end of 5 innings of play. It's Milwaukee 2, the Hollywood Avengers nothing. Am I going to get shut out today? Ugh. So we go to the top of the 6th. Dave Batista 315, 7 homers, 30 RBIs. Leads off for the Avengers. Swing and a miss, the cut fastball out in front, strike one. What is up with this team today? Checks the swing, fastball outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he pops him up on the edge of the outfield grass, infield grass that is. Trammell makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, number 62.
Next up is Idris Elba, grounded out in the 3rd. He is 0 for 1 like the rest of the ball club. Fastball inside, ball 1. Idris is sporting the gray salt and pepper dreadlocks that he wore in Thor Ragnarok. Pitches inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Love Thor Ragnarok. What a movie that was. And that's a line drive. It may be over his head, and it is. 1 hop to the fence. Rounding first and heading to second is Elba. He will make it in there. It's a 1-out double for Hemdahl. Hemdahl sees all. Elba's 15th double of the season. Let's watch a replay while I drink a little bit of apple juice. It's apple juice. That's the apple juice. Special kind of apple juice. So, runner in scoring position for Don Cheadle, War Machine, who's 0 for 1. Here comes a pitch from Bumgarner. High, ball 1. Don Cheadle represents the tying run at the plate. It's a 2-0 lead for Milwaukee here in the 6th. Late on the fastball, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. So, Don is hitting .344 with runners in scoring position, so obviously he doesn't have a problem with that runner at second base this season. Feels comfortable. And he just gets a piece of the changeup. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Elba leads off second. He sets and delivers. Outside, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner leads off second. 2-0 lead for the Brewers. Here comes the pitch. Inside, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck is Anthony Mackie. Here comes the payoff pitch from Bumgarner. And that's a line drive. It will dunk in there for a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Elba. It'll be an RBI single for War Machine. And the lead is cut in half. It's Milwaukee now leading 2-1 here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the replay. Line drive over the infield towards right center field. He just went with the pitch to drive home that runner from second base. So next up is Anthony Mackie. Cut the check. He's 0 for 2 today. Runner leads off first, still only 1 out. From the stretch, he pitches outside, ball 1. Tying run is at first base. Go ahead run is at the plate. Quick throw to first, he's back. One ball and no count. Pitch out, but nothing doing. Cheadle was not stealing on the play. He has 10 stolen bases this season. Reasonable lead at first. Checks his swing, but the pitch is in there. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Mackie. Right on the outside corner. Quick throw to first. And he pulls it, but it will curl out of play. And the count will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Sam Wilson. Again, runner leads off first. Called a strike 3. Mackie thought the pitch was high, but it's instead the second strikeout for Bumgarner. You know what? It's too close to take. It might be above the belt, but with 2 strikes, you got to put that on ball. So next up is Tom Holland, 2 away, 1 for 2 with a single today. Tom Holland leads the team with batting average with a 361 average. Fastball inside corner, strike 1. He has 37 runs scored, 15 stolen bases. He's pretty much been the best hitter on the ball club so far, excluding the Incredible Hulk. Fastball low, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-1 lead for Milwaukee. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Runner leads off first. And he yanks it high and deep, but it will curl out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball to the shortstop, shovels it over to the second baseman, covering to retire the side. But they do get a run on the RBI single by Don Cheadle, and after 5.5 innings of play here in Miller Park, it's Milwaukee 2, the Avengers 1. I need some more apple juice. So, leading off the bottom of the 6th is Alan Trammell. He's 0 for 2. Pratt is still out there on the mound. 2-1 deficit. Swings at the first pitch, grounds it to Robert Downey Jr. at first. He takes it himself. 1 pitch, 1 away.
Now batting, number 6.
Overall, Chris Pratt's pitched a good game. He just hasn't gotten the run support. Up next is the second baseman, Jeff McNeil, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Again, another grounder to Tony Stark. Takes it himself. Busy inning for Downey Jr. at first. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 6th. So Lou Gehrig, 1 for 2 with a double. His double is what put them in the money. That double gave them second and third with nobody out, and they ended up scoring both runs. Fastball inside corner, strike 1 to Gehrig. 2 outs, bases empty, bottom of the 6th. Circle change in there, count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on the Iron Man. They call him the Iron Man because in his heyday he played 2,130 consecutive baseball games before he was stricken with ALS, which was called Lou Gehrig's disease in honor of him. Fouls it off, count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Alzheimer's disease, terrible disease. His streak was then broken in the 1990s by Cal Ripken Jr., but he held on to it for like 50 years. Again, he fouls it off. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Lou Gehrig. Can you imagine being Lou Gehrig and not being the star of your team? Fouls it back upstairs, out of play. Count still 0-2. What I mean is that when he played for the New York Yankees, he also played with Babe Ruth. Talk about not having pressure. I mean, you're not even the best player on your ball club. Tries to sneak the knuckler past him, but again, it's a battle. Keeps fouling pitch after pitch off. Misses with the fastball outside. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch count is reasonable for Chris Pratt. Is 5 2/3 innings, and this is pitch number 70. That's some real pressure. Exactly, think about it. Ground ball to the shortstop, cut the check. Anthony Mackie throws to first in time. Side retired. So, we're going to go to the 7th inning. It's 2-1. Milwaukee. Ooh. All right. We got to get on the board. We got to get this done. Get her done. Let's do this. So the late, great Chadwick Boseman is 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts today. Steps up to the plate to lead off the top of the 7th. Madison is still out there on the mound. And he skies it to right. Back goes Mitch Haniger at the track, makes the catch. Nice over-the-shoulder running play for out number 1. Really never in doubt. He had it measured up. So 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Up steps Chris Evans, who's 0 for 6 in this series so far. 0 for 2 today. Needs to get back on track. Cut fastball finds the strike zone. In the bullpen for the Brewers are 2 left-handers, Taylor Rogers and Tim Meza. 2 lefties getting loose. Count is 0-1. Outside corner, strike 2. And the pitch count is low for Mr. Bumgarner as well, 71 over 6 1/3. Got to figure out a way to get him out of this game. Down and in, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's hard to take pitches when the guy's throwing strikes. Did he check it? Yes, he did, according to the first base umpire. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-1 lead for Milwaukee here in the top of the 7th. 1 out. Pitch is high. Count will go full 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is the incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. Here comes the payoff pitch from Madison Bumgarner. And he walks him. It's a 1-out walk. And the tying run is now at first base for the Avengers. So the Hulk will step to the plate. He leads the ball club in homers and runs batted in. And the manager of the Brewers has seen enough. He wants I think a right-hander, if I'm not mistaken. Takes the ball from Bumgarner. So Bumgarner is in a position to win, but he's responsible for the runner at first base. If that runner scores, he will get a no decision. Standing ovation from the home crowd. Jake Faria. This is his 27th appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 2-1 with a 3.44 earned run average. And like I said before, it's time for the Hulk. Hulk's 0 for 2. He does have a home run in this series. He had a homer yesterday, 2-run shot. Big lead at first for Chris Evans. Splitter is low, ball 1. Good speed over there at first base. And that's a line drive, base hit to center field. And they've got something cooking here in the top of the 7th, as it's runners at first and second and only 1 out. Tying run is in scoring position at second base. No replay? No replay. Up next is Tony Stark, Iron Man. He's 0 for 2. Fastball low, ball 1. You can feel the momentum starting to slide towards the Avengers. Let's see what happens. Outside, count is 2 balls and no strikes. Robert Downey Jr. is hitting .338 with runners in scoring position, which is, I'd say, about 40 points higher than his regular season average. So he's comfortable. And he pulls it, first base line foul ball. Count is 2-1. Runners lead off first and second. 1 away. Inside, hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Dave Batista's on deck. 0 for 2, that gauntlet's really left its mark. Yeah, he's 0 for 2, he's got it. But now, Iron Man always does the job when the time is right. He knows he's got his flair for the dramatic. Did he swing? No, he did not. And that's ball 4, and the bases are now loaded with Avengers here in the top of the 7th inning. And the tying run is at third base in less than 2 outs. Did he swing? Ooh, I think he might have got away with one. I think he might have broke his wrists. But according to the third base umpire, that was ball 4. So next up is Drax, the Destroyer. Dave Batista is 0 for 2. Bases loaded, 1 out. Down by 1 run here in the top of the 7th. Here comes the pitch. And he swings at the first pitch and pops it up in the infield. Gehrig makes the catch for out number 2.
Number 63.
And there are now 2 away. My goodness, talk about a lack of patience at the plate. Oh. So now in order to get that tying run home, they need a hit with 2 outs. Idris Elba's 1 for 2 with a double today. Still the bases are loaded, but only with 2 away. Here comes the pitch from Faria. Curveball low, ball 1. And it's a routine ground ball to the second baseman. McNeil throws to first, and they leave the bases loaded. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch here at Miller Park. Milwaukee still leads 2-1. Ooh. Those of you that are stuck around and watch this travesty, I apologize. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Luis Gonzalez has a sac fly and an RBI today. Officially, he's 0 for 1. Now, Pratt is on the mound, but I'm going to go to the manager's office and the bullpen. And I'm going to warm up Paul Bettany. And I'm going to warm up Stanley. Excelsior. Okay, Pratt is going to continue to pitch, especially against the left-hander. Fastball, I guess, misses inside. Looked like a strike to me, but the count, according to the home plate umpire, is 1 ball and no strikes. Knuckler floats in there for strike 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's jam shot the other way. There is Elba in left. He makes the catch for the first out. Next up is Mitch Haniger. He has an RBI groundout today. He's 0 for 2. It's a 2-1 lead for Milwaukee here in the 7th. Fastball in there, strike 1. This is Avengers Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Swinging a miss out in front of the circle change. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Haniger. Star-Lord is on the mound. He's 7-1, but currently he's dealing with a 2-1 deficit as the MCU has not been able to put together a rally on offense. And he just gets a piece of the knuckler to stay alive. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Mitch. Just misses inside with the cut fastball. Count is 1-2. Strike 3 called. There's 2 away. Strikeout number 5 for Pratt. He's still dealing. So 2 away, bases empty. Left-handed hitter Rafael Devers is 1 for 2 with a single. He had a home run in yesterday's ball game. Here comes the pitch from Peter Quill. Fouls it off, strike 1. I have a feeling that I'm going to play a little Mass Effect tonight. For those of you that are interested in the Mass Effect Legendary Edition playthrough, I'd say about half an hour after the conclusion of this contest. Have a look, keep an eye out. So he hits it into the camera box for strike 2. There were no cameras in the camera box. I don't know why that was, but count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Devers. Grounder to second. Spider-Man fields, fires, got him. And that's a quick inning. He's pitched 7 innings, given up 2 runs, but unfortunately he is down by 1. The end of 7 innings of play, it's 2-1 Milwaukee. Ooh. Let's go, let's go. All right, we go to the top of the 8th inning. Up steps War Machine Don Cheadle, the man responsible for the only run on the scoreboard. He has an RBI single today. He faces Jake Faria, 2nd inning of work. Swings at the first pitch and drives it towards the right center field gap, but easy play for Buxton. 1 pitch, 1 away. Again, no patience behind the plate for these Avengers hitters. Swinging at the first pitch for no apparent reason. So they go to the bullpen. Taylor Rogers is on the mound. He's 3-1 with a 4.20 earned run average. He will face Anthony Mackie, 0 for 3 today. The average is dipped to 319 on the season. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball inside, ball 1. Kerry Wood, the right-hander, and Tim Meza, I don't know. Point is, the lefty and a righty are getting loose in the Brew Crew bullpen. Outside, count is 2 balls and no strikes on Mackie. Checks a swing, sinking fastball. Count is 3 balls and no strikes. Will he swing on 3-0? Will he have the green light? No, he won't, because I don't swing on 3-0 pitches. Slider in there. Now it's 3 balls and 1 strike, and the handcuffs are off. It's a hitter's count. If it's good, the light is green. Outside, so it's a 1-out walk from Taylor Rogers. Mackey, the fastest player on the team because he can fly. Get it? He flies. He can fly. No? A little cheesy? All right, whatever. Anyway, Tom Holland is 1 for 3 with a single. Quick throw to first. He's back in. I don't get paid to tell jokes. What can I tell you? Anyway. Again, quick throw to first. Mackey's back. No count still on Spider-Man. Oh, I got an LOL. I'll take it. Thank you, Mr. Stroika. Thank you. Count is 1 ball and no strikes. Again, they're trying to keep the new Captain America close at first because he's got that kind of speed. Oh, and he just wait. It's headed towards the gap. Racing over is the center fielder. He makes the catch for out number 2. Thought it might have a chance to get in there in the gap, but the speed from Byron Buxton in center field ran it down. So 2 away. Runner at first here in the top of the 8th, and up steps Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther. He is 0 for 3 today. Hard ground ball, knocked down by the shortstop. He picks it up, and everybody's going to be safe. That's an infield single. Wakanda forever, baby. They're giving him a base hit on the scorer's table. So, the tying run is in scoring position at second base. A single will tie this ball game. And up steps the original Captain America, Chris Evans, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Slider in there, strike 1. He's 0 for 6 with a walk in this series. He needs to show up. Breaking ball inside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Evans. Runner leads off first and second, 2 away, top of the 8th, 2-1 Milwaukee. And he slices down the first baseline. Count is 1 and 2. And the Milwaukee Brewers are 1 strike from getting out of this jam. Backs him off the plate. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. 2-1 lead for the Brewers. Here comes the pitch from Rogers. And he yanks it foul. A little out in front. And we'll do it again. That was the pitch he wishes he could get back. And that ball is going to dunk in there for a hit. Rounding third and heading home is the new Captain America. And this ball game is tied at 2 here in the top of the 8th. Brand new ball game. He can do this all day, ladies and gentlemen. Just out of the reach of a charging Luis Gonzalez in left field. Rounding third and heading home is Sam Wilson. Next up with a runner at third, first and third, is the Hulk. Takes first pitch outside. 1 for 3 with a single today. Hulk leads the team with 54 runs batted in on the season. That ball is high. It is far. It is Gonzo. That ball is, oh my goodness, that's a 3-run home run. Number 16 on the season. Hulk smash. And this ball game has been opened up. It's no longer a 2-2 game. It's a 5-2 advantage for the Avengers. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a little secret for you. I think that ball was foul. If I was the manager of the Milwaukee Brewers, I would go out and I would go to the videotape. I think that ball went foul. Let's watch this. Watch it closely. That ball is foul. Ladies and gentlemen, that ball is foul. Oh my goodness, will they challenge it? They don't challenge it. It's my lucky day. Mark Melanson is on the mound. I don't get it, folks. I don't get it. Seems like there's a little, little favoritism for the person holding the controller. Anyway, so it's the MCU now leading 5-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Robert Downey Jr. walked in this ball game in his last at-bat. Officially, he's 0 for 2. 2 outs and now bases empty thanks to that blown call by the umpires. And he pulls it. Hulk scared me. He went, raw! He said, raw! It's a home run, raw! That ball is high. It is far. It is foul. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Tony Stark. Wow, I cannot believe they gave him a 3-run homer on that pitch. Pitch is outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. They blew the call and gave him a 3-run home run without checking the videotape. Line drive past the extension by the third baseman. It's a 2-out single for Tony Stark. And the inning will continue. This disaster of an 8th inning for the Milwaukee Brewers continues. That's game number 8 for Tony Stark. Robert Downey Jr. is hitting 8 straight games. Line drive the other way. So next up is Drax, the Destroyer. 2 right-handers warming in the Brewer bullpen. 0 for 3 today. Out in front of the cut fastball, strike 1. So a 2-1 game coming into this half inning has now turned into a 5-2 advantage for the Avengers here in this second game of a 3-game series. Checks the swing in the dirt, blocked nicely, throw down at first for no apparent reason. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Big lead at first. Tony does not have speed, so late on the fastball, bounces off the screen. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dave. If those of you out there that have Netflix, I'd suggest you watch Army of the Dead if you're interested in zombie fiction. It's a movie that just came out with Dave Bautista. It's pretty cool. Cut fastballs outside. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 8th. Runner leads off first. Here comes a pitch from Melanson. I don't know how to pronounce it. Knuckle curve. Count goes full, 3-2. Hemdahl is on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. The wheels have officially fallen off the wagon. Slicing out of play, and we will do the payoff pitch once again. The wheels have fallen off the wagon for the Milwaukee Brewers. Let's see if we can demolish the cart. And this time he's out in front, pulls it foul down the left field line. So, of course, with 2 strikes, with 2 outs and a 3-2 count, the runner at first is in motion, obviously. Hard ground ball, sliding stop by McNeil. He throws to first in time, and the side is retired. But after 7.5, let's look at the replay once again. Let's watch it. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a foul ball. But according to the umpires, the MCU leads 5-2. So Chris Pratt is still out there with a 3-run lead now here in the bottom of the 8th. Daniel Murphy's 0 for 2, left-handed hitter against the lefty Star-Lord. In there, strike 1. Wow, what a break. I will take it. Without shame, I will take that break. And that is a leadoff single from Daniel Murphy here in the bottom of the 8th. So they're getting it started the right way. And I think that may be all for Peter Quill. Let's watch the replay. I need some more apple juice. Shit. I'll get some more later. So next up is Byron Buxton, 0 for 2. He's handled them pretty well, but we're going to go to the manager's office and the bullpen. So there are 3 right-handers in a row about to come to the plate. So we're going to go with Excelsior, Stan Lee. We're going to put him in the game. So he's responsible for the runner at first. He's given up 2 runs in 7+ innings. He hands the ball over to the manager. He's done a good job. If he was at home, he would get a standing ovation. Guardian of the Galaxy. And in comes the late, great Stan Lee, who's 5-1 with a 2.92 earned run average coming out of the bullpen this season. Runner leads off first, nobody out. Here comes the pitch. Almost hits him with the 2-seam fastball. Ball 1. Buxton's hitting a .177 on the season. I mean, I know you could be good at defense, but you got to hold your weight at the plate. 6, 4, 3. Double play. And just like that, there are 2 away. Chris Pratt's line score, 7+, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 5 strikeouts. He is in line for win number 8, should the score stay the way it is. Star-Lord. So 2 away, bases empty here in the bottom of the 8th. Roberto Perez is 0 for 2. Here comes the pitch from Stanley. Breaking ball in there, strike 1. This is his cameo in the game. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Perez. Let's go right at him. And he ties him up inside, swing and a miss. Easy inning for Stan Lee. So we will go to the bottom of the 8th. No, check that. We're going to go to the top of the 9th. MCU leads by 3. It's 5-2. So, top of the 9th, already have a 3-run lead. They'd like to get some insurance. Idris Elba is 1 for 3 with a double. He'll lead off against Mark Melanson. Melanson jams him. Caught. Easy pop-up for Alan Trammell. 1 pitch, 1 away.
Number 10.
Next up, Don Cheadle, 1 for 3 with an RBI single. He's 3 for 7 with a home run in this series so far. So he has showed up. Pitch is high, ball 1. I get up to eat dinner and come back 5-2. Listen, Outlander, I knew you were leaving, so I said, you know what? Since he's going to go eat dinner, let me actually do all the fun stuff while he's gone. Pitch is low, 2 balls and no strikes. You should. It was a 3-run home run by Mark Ruffalo. Cut fastball, hits the outside corner, 2 balls and 1 strike. That, if you look at the replay, was not a 3-run home run. That was a foul ball. Oh, that ball is high. Far and out, right into the glove of Mitch Haniger and right for the 2nd out of the inning. Hit it right on the nose, but right at the right field.
Number 9.
So Mackey, he's 0 for 3. He did walk in the 8th. I think he walked to load the bases and set up that situation. Fouls it back, strike 1. In the dirt. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike on the captain. Hard ground ball, fielded nicely, scooped, takes it, throws it off to the pitcher covering in time. Side retired. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. They need 3 runs to tie. Can the Brewers do it? I don't know. All right, so what we're going to do is, before we go to Alan Trammell's at bat, we're going to go to the manager's office and the bullpen, and we're going to sit down Paul Bettany, and we're going to warm up Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner is the closer on the team, Hawkeye, who has 15 saves on the season. But for now, Stan Lee is going to pitch. Just misses with the screwball outside, ball 1. So it's a 5-2 lead here in the bottom of the 9th. The Brewers won the first game of this series 5-4. So the Avengers are looking to split the series at 1 game apiece. The pitch is outside. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on Trammell. Fastball in there, 2-1. And it's a lazy fly ball to center. Easy play for War Machine. He makes the catch for a first out here in the bottom of the 9th. Next up, Jeff McNeil is 1 for 3 with a single. Pitches in the dirt, ball 1. Hard ground ball to the second baseman. Holland fields, fires, got him. And the Brewers are down to their final out of the ball game. And before Lou Gehrig steps up to the plate, we're going to the bullpen. Bullpen, Jeremy Renner, put him in the game. Jeremy Renner is Hawkeye. He's pitching in his 21st game. He does have an 0-2 record and a 5.51 earned run average on the basis of a few bad outings. But he has 15 saves in 17 save appearances. And all he needs to do is to get this one out. Here it comes. Fastball, triple digits, 100 miles an hour, strike one. Misses with the slider, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike on Lou Gehrig. Fouls it back, and the Brewers are down to their final strike of the ball game. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. That ball is high, it is far, it is gone. That is a 2-out, 9th inning solo home run from Lou Gehrig, his 23rd of the season, and it is a 5-3 ball game here at Miller Park. Oh my goodness, I need some more apple juice. Here's the replay. Oh! Drax goes back, looking up, right over that 345 sign. So they start again. Luis Gonzalez is up. He has a sac fly and an RBI today, but he's 0 for 2 officially. It's a 2-run ball game. Fastball in there, strike one. Swing and a miss at the slider. And again, the Brew Crew is down to their final strike of the ball game. More apple juice. That's the problem. Not enough apple juice. This game would be over if I had more apple juice. And he lines it, but it's a foul ball. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Gonzalez. Again, fouls it off. 102 miles an hour on the radar gun. Must be a malfunction. Strike 3 called, inside corner, side retired, ball game over. Avengers win 5-3. So, they even up this series against the Brewers on the road at 1 game apiece. The Avengers are now 43-26 on the season. They were 3.5 games behind the second game. They were 3.5 games behind the first place Los Angeles Dodgers in the National League West. So they are back to being 3 games back and in second place. Winning pitcher, obviously, is Chris Pratt, Star-Lord. His record is now 8-1. Taylor Rogers, the relief pitcher, gets the loss. Jeremy Renner, while giving up a solo home run with 2 outs in the 9th, still gets save number 16 on the season. And the player of the game, Hulk Smash, is Mark Ruffalo, 2 for 4 with a 3-run home run. Questionable. It'll be on SportsCenter all week long. They'll be showing that replay on ESPN. But as far as this game is concerned, it was a 3-run home run, his 16th of the season. He was your player of the game. And this has been a presentation of Avengers Baseball, a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. I am RC Robbin. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I certainly did. I'm going to play 162 games. No skipped innings, no simulated games. All of them on YouTube. That was game number 69 out of 162. I hope to see you again soon. And if baseball is not your cup of tea, please feel free to check out some of the other playlists on my YouTube channel. I got a lot of other stuff going on, including the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, playthrough, sci-fi, RPG, action, adventure, a lot of romance and sex. So, again, the final here at Miller Park. The Avengers win 5-3. Thank you so much for watching. A special thanks to Namron Striker and the Outlander Show. Guys, have yourself a great night. I hope to see you again soon.